All right, everybody. Happy Monday. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Double-handed wave if you're coming in a little like, what happened? The weekend's over, right? That's you. I totally understand. Okay. I took a little trip myself this weekend, so I'm trying to get back into it. So, the word for this Monday, and by the way, we did not see any birthdays today. So, if it's your birthday, please let us know. And this word we've done before, but I love doing it. So I got to get right to it because I just kept writing notes and notes and notes for this word. And the word is flourish. Flourish. So you look at the definition of flourish and it's like grow, develop in a healthy way, especially as a result to particular favorable environments. Now I'm looking where Rennie is right now. And I don't know, but the palm trees in the background, I think he's in a favorable environment location. Okay. So here's the thing. I would say he's flourishing right now. Okay. He's flourishing. But I'm going to come back to this, but I want you to think about yourself today because I think we all could have areas of our life we're flourishing in and areas of our life that we're like, that's a needs improvement, right? When you think about your health, when you think about your finances, when you think about your relationships, what about your spiritual walk? Like, we all, like, if we want to massively flourish, it's like we kind of got to dial them all in, but it's a challenge. It's a challenge to flourish in all parts. And so that's why to me this word is so good to look at. Like, because flourishing goes beyond just happy, right? It's or just satisfaction. I'm just satisfied with life. People, yeah, who flourish, they're happy, but that's not half of it. Like, that's not even the half of it. Beyond feeling good, they're also at a point where they feel like, man, I'm getting up, I'm adding value to the world, right? So my point being today a little bit is in the areas of your life, like relationships, financial, spiritual, like, do you feel like you're adding value in that area, right? Like, if you go to church, are you adding value? Did you decide to go and be a door greeter, right? Are you stepping into how can I add a little more value? If you're in business, how can I be a better team player? Like maybe it's just moderating a Zoom for somebody, but it's figuring out little things that you can do that's just doing that little extra. If it's relationships, if it's just being a good friend, it's sending somebody a message, sending somebody, giving them a phone call, adding just that little extra value. So, I thought about two things. Number one is we can probably agree that when a plant is blooming and it's healthy, like that plant's flourishing. And we can look at a business. We've all probably been in business where we're like, when times are good, we're like, woo, we're cashing paychecks, flourishing, like teams growing, things like that. We would agree that's flourishing. Okay. What about even financial success? Like I look at my bank account, I'm like, heck yes, I'm flourishing. I'm flourishing. Okay. It could even possibly be self-development. Like I'm, I'm, I'm putting things in. I'm feeling good about how I'm growing as an individual. Yeah, that's flourishing. But here's where I went a little bit. I believe when we're learning new skills because of obstacles or challenges. And so here's where I went this morning. I did some little background and I went, when you look at successful people, do they invite the challenges into their life as a way to flourish? And the answer was yes. Like it's so I want to challenge you. I want to challenge all of us today that when you look at physical health, financial health, relationship health, spiritual health, like it is hard to balance all of them up and know that you're flourishing all at the same time. But here's what I don't want us to do. And I'm talking to myself, is I don't want us to cower down from when there's a challenge in an area. And I do so many times, right? Cower down. But if I'm having a challenge, look at it as an opportunity to flourish, an opportunity to work around it, over it, under it, come up with strategies. Because successful people, that's what they do. They almost encourage, okay, come on with the challenge. Because guess what? I'm going to overcome and I'm going to flourish. So it goes back to the mindset, right? It goes back to your mindset today. Going into this Monday, am I going into the workday going, I gotta go to work? Or am I going into the workday going, I get to go to work? Am I going into the workday going, I gotta make calls, I gotta reach out to prospects, I gotta do this? Or do I go into the day going, I get to do this? I get to do this. There's somebody out there wishing they could do what I'm getting to do. Okay. And I'm going to flourish today because of how grateful I am that I get to do the things that I get to do today. So, Andrew, I'll turn it to you. Good word for me today.
Great word today. So we all have to cheer for Maria, though. She's out there flourishing. So I don't know what kind of machine she's on, but she's getting after it. So good job, Maria.
Atta Maria.
Yeah, she's going for it. I'm like, dang, I need to get out there and do the coach's corner on like a treadmill or something. So we'll get there. We'll get there. So quote that I found, to flourish, let me try to say it right, is not to have a perfect life, but a purposeful one. And I love that. When I picture Flourish, like, don't you think of that happy little house plant that just is blooming and it's so lush and green and just all of its little um, systems are thriving. And don't we want that, like this lush, abundant life? And so what I looked into was okay, that sounds lovely. I love the idea of flourishing, but how can we? So I came up with 10 little steps on how to flourish. Okay. And hopefully we'll get through all 10 of them. We'll see. So, first of all, I've got to make the decision. Right? There's so much in terms of my happiness and what I achieve really happens right here. I've got to believe that I can do it and I have to commit to it. And that comes from making that decision that I'm going to be happy, that what I want is a definite possibility. And I realize that this is essentially a choice, but I've got to believe that it is achievable. Number two is I've got to determine what's important and what I need in order to get more of it. So when I think about, what's going on in my world, I've got to look around and say, what's the most important thing? Is it the most important thing in my life? Is it scrolling funny reels? Sometimes I act like it is, right? Because I'm prioritizing and I'm wasting time on my phone just laughing because that's kind of laughter is very important to me. But you know what? The people in my life are more important. So I've got to figure out what's truly important, put away the things that are distracting me from that, and lean into the things that actually are going to bring me more of that. Number three is I've got to think optimistically. And this kind of goes along with making that decision. But I've got to realize that a lot of what I do today, tomorrow, the next day comes from my belief in it. And so, we've all heard the Henry Ford quote that says, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So I've got to spend my life thinking I can if I want to go flourish and do a little bit more. Number four is to don't do it alone, right? Don't go after it alone. Helping others makes us feel good about ourselves. Right? Feeling good helps us flourish. I say all the time, what's my quote, guys? Besides feel the fear and do it anyway, but that we are in the most selfish profession in the entire world. Because guess what I get to do every single day? I get to feel amazing because I'm helping other people feel amazing. I get to feel amazing because I'm helping other people provide for their family. Like it is absolutely phenomenal because I get to do it with other people and I get to make a difference in other people's lives. So go help other people flourish. That's going to help you flourish as well. Number five, this one's a doozy. Get yourself organized and make plans because flourishing requires good management. Flourishing people are effective and they're active with their coping strategies and their master plan for their day and being proactive instead of reactive. So go learn, Andrea, go learn those time management and problem solving skills. There's so many resources out there for us if we just lean into it. Heck, you can go ask AI, give me the top 5 time management tips that a person in my position can put into play today. And guess what? Magic little AI will spit us out answers. They might not be the perfect answers for us, but they're answers that can move us in the right direction. Number 6 is to live a healthy life. If we're going to flourish, we've got to feel good in our skin. So, what does that mean? That means we've got to nourish ourselves, right? Sometimes that means Trader Jojo's. If anybody knows what a Trader Jojo is, it's like a peppermint kind of flavored Oreo. They're amazing. So sometimes that means you have to do that, but most of the time that means that we're going to eat well and we're going to move our body and we're going to make sure that we get enough sleep and we avoid eating the entire package of the JoJo's, right? We just have a few, we limit ourselves a little bit, but all of those things are going to help us feel our best so that we can go live our best and flourish. Number 7 is to have some fun. Take the time to ensure that you're allowing fun in your life. Play, laugh, relax, go enjoy yourself because we can't flourish without that. Sometimes we can get, maybe it's just me, I don't know, you guys can tell me, so focused in one spot that we forget that like we're supposed to enjoy things as well outside of that specific area. So realize that we just want to relax and have fun sometimes too. Number 8 is go find a sense of spirituality. So I love Jesus, and that's where I find that. You might have a different path, but leaning into something that is a higher power is going to help us flourish even more, give us more meaning in our life. Number 9 is to go with your strengths. I'm trying to go fast here. Flourishing people are significantly aware of what they're better at doing, right? And they utilize those core strengths. And that doesn't mean we don't try to improve in the spaces that are our lesser strengths, but we focus on where we're good and we don't focus on just fixing all of our faults and weaknesses. We play into our strengths and then we try to get a little bit better as the days go on. And then number 10, lastly, is persevere. Although there are the lucky few, right? Those people you're like, man, they just, everything comes to them. That, what is that? Like they've got the Midas touch, whatever it may be. Most people that are flourishing had to work for it, right? It took diligence, it took hard work. So don't give up because we were all made to thrive. So I love this one. Thanks for the word this morning, Arlene. I always appreciate your words. This was a fun one.
Yeah, great word to start the week. Guys, we're going to have a
Mhm.
great week out there. Have a great Monday. We love you. We'll see you back tomorrow.
Love you guys. Have a
Hi guys,
beautiful
have a
day,
good
See
week.
girls.
you.
Monday.
Thank you
Bye.
so
Great
much.
job,